Morning, everyone. Today is day one. It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting on this day for over a year, almost a year, whatever, but it's finally come. We have just left our house. It is 6:04 a.m. I've got my good buddy Mini Rich with me. We're going on adventures. We're going to document everything that was going on for you guys. I don't know how many videos it'll be. This is our pilgrimage. This is Pilgrimage 2023. This year, we're going to the American Cichlid Association Catfish Cataclysm in Madison, Wisconsin. And it starts this week. It actually starts on Thursday because it's got the two conventions in one. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fish overload. Cichlids, cool. Catfish, whatever. Maybe there's some cool catfish people. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to have an absolute blast. Now, because it's the pilgrimage, I'm not flying, as you guys can tell, because clearly they don't let me fly the plane. But I'm driving. So we just left. Gonna head down to the border. It's about an hour and a half to the border. Today being Monday. I don't know what the border will be like. We'll see. But I've got my fancy card, my Get You Across the Border quick card. We'll see if that works today. And then we're going to continue on our adventures. So let's roll that intro. Let's get to it. All right, we're across the border. We're in the US of A. Go America! What do you think, Big Rich? Hey, Big Rich, come say hi. All right, how's it going? I'm Big Rich. Yay, going to ACA. So at the border, there was like 12 trucks of turkeys. I don't know if that's a sign or not. What do you think, Big Rich? Turkeys are good. Turkeys are delicious. They're a bird. Yum. All right. First stop is Grand Forks, North Dakota, and East Grand Forks, Minnesota. That's our first stop. We're going to go check out something there. What do you mean you gotta go to the bathroom again? What's with you in the bathroom? The bladder of a little tiny child. It's not this big, I guess, so maybe that's it. I don't know. All right, can you hold it till the next rest stop? Sure hope so. Waterworks in the truck, Big Ridge. It's called what? Okay, just go. I'll watch your back. No one's watching. We got a shy bladder. Come on, Big Rich. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, good boy. That's why everybody knows you as Mini Big Rich now. Hey guys, so here's our first stop. We're in Minnesota. We're in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. It's only about an hour, hour and a half away from home. We're stopping at the first stop, which is a Cabela's. One, I wanted to look for some clothes, but bigger, more important thing is that they have some really, really cool tanks in these things. And this one's going to highlight all the fish that are native to Minnesota. Let's take a peek. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, they always do these tanks just absolutely over the top. At this location, in East Grand Forks, Minnesota, there's 4 of these huge aquariums in a kind of a circle-like format. Just giving you kind of a quick overview so you kind of get an idea. And then we're going to take a little bit closer look at the individual tanks, individual fish. Cabela's promotes or celebrates fishing, hunting, but more importantly, conservation. And you can see we'll talk a little bit more in detail about their partnership with Habitattitude. These tanks are impeccable. They're absolutely incredible. Let's take a closer look.
This one, I'm told, is a hybrid between a muskie and a northern pike. They call it a tiger muskie. And they naturally hybridize where the species are, cohabitate the same environments. This incredible tank is primarily filled with like master angler black crappie, as well as walleye. Now, I didn't know, so I actually asked the question as regards to what makes the difference between a walleye and a sauger, and I'm told that little white tip on the end of the caudal is a big feature. And this is another species that'll naturally hybridize in the wild where the two species cohabitate. Such an incredible thing to see that they're partnered up with Habitatitude. That really, sends that message about being very, very important. I was just speaking with one of the employees, and he was telling me a lot of different things. Like this is Cabela's is owned by Bass Pro Shop. So what you see is these, these beautiful looking display aquariums from the outside, but what you don't see is behind the scenes. He let me have a quick peek, but we weren't able to film back there, which I fully respect. But behind the scenes, they have upstairs, they have a full area for quarantine. So every fish that comes in, and one very, very important thing of note is every single fish that you see in these aquariums is not naturally caught. They are all farm bred. So they are all farm bred in Minnesota, and they're brought in, and then they go through a very stringent quarantine procedure. You can see that one little crappie up there. We believe that he was just telling me that one probably got attacked by the pike last night. But you can see that pike has been very, very well fed. And there's one thing to note on the shoulder there. You see that dot there on the shoulder is that looks to be like, from us, from the outside, it looks to be like a cyst or a tumor or something like that. Well, that species actually was removed from the display. It was biopsied by a vet, and it's been sent off, and it is completely benign. But it is something that we can often see in fish, both in the wild and in captivity. So he's doing just fine. One of the most coveted species of fish in the States, going even more south you go, is the largemouth bass. And I'm assuming this is a largemouth bass. I'm definitely not an expert. I know up in Canada, we in southern areas of Canada, maybe not in Manitoba, we do get largemouth bass, but this might very well be a smallmouth bass. I'm definitely not an expert on native species, so please feel free to correct me if I'm incorrect. He's eyeing you up, Mini Big Rich. Sadly, you look like a meal. I believe this one right here, the one right in front and center here, I believe that is a largemouth, and possibly the other ones were smallmouth bass. This one seems to be the buccal cavity seems to be decidedly larger than the other one we were looking at. Now, the staff at Bass Pro Shop do not actually maintain the aquariums themselves. They have a company that comes in every single day to check all the water parameters, feed the fish as required, maintain the cleanliness of the environments, filters and so forth. All the life support systems that are taken care of. And you could tell these aquariums are impeccably clean, and the quality, the health of the fish is top notch. I showed you some different individuals like that little cyst or nodule and some things like that, but those are things that are very, very common in these type of environments, and it's not truly a health concern for the fish itself. Just incredible to see these beautiful aquariums. Big Rich there, he looks a little nervous. Because Big Rich, this is truly a predator pond. Not like those little cute little fish, those little decorative fish that you keep in yours. All the species from North America are formidable predators. He looks so nervous about Big Rich. Oh, he's eyeing you up. So what do you guys think of that? I think it's pretty cool. Got to see fish wherever we go. The fact that, I'm from Canada, just across the border, and I get to see a lot of our native species and native species to this area up close like this. I think it's pretty cool. Big Rich looked a little scared. That's just because he's just tiny little guy. It's okay, Big Rich. Biggs has got you. So let's continue on our journey. Next stop, don't know, you might have to check out the other channel. If you don't know about that already, as I mentioned earlier, make sure you go and subscribe to both channels, the Mad Aquarist as well as the Mad Aquarist Realm Natura. That's where all the critters will be. That's where all sorts of other adventures will be out in nature. Anything not fish related. Could be all sorts of cool stuff. All right, my friends, till next time, take care.